welcome everyone back to another video, and today we are back with Clan Wars and for a Dino tournament 1v1 battle arena event thing. We have many participants for the first round, as you can see. First round is me versus Kayla. Sorry if I butchered your name. How this tournament works is each player involved brings a dino that they have bred, raised, leveled, healed, everything, and put it against another tribe or clan or your own clan's dinos. Whoever wins moves on to the next round, but you're not allowed to heal in between rounds. Some better to buy because of how it worked. As you can see on screen, there's a few that already got to round 2. And the first battle. Let's see how it goes. Commentating Wolf is here now. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first battle of the tournament. Me versus Kayla. Rex versus Aloe. Let's see how it goes. We're getting the readies from the contestants. We're going to hit the countdown from Axeman. And they're off. Rex tried to straighten in the Aloe guns. Because the smart tactic for the Aloe is to go behind the Rex, because the Rex can't bite from behind. The Rex has slower but stronger bites, but the Aloe has lots of, not strong bites, but not as strong as the Rex, but very fast. As they both dinos are imprinted. And the Aloe got behind the Rex, biting from behind. The Rex cannot bite, they have to move around to try and get a bite on him. Rex managed to get into a position to bite the Aloe. Aloe's now running, trying to play the stamina game, but I'm not falling for it. I'm just walking around, using a bite every so often, conserving my stamina. But the Aloe's got behind the Rex again, biting from behind. And the Rex is unable to do anything about it. Can't walk backwards because it's trapped, can't walk forward because the bite is stunning him. Just so information, they're not allowed to get stuck in a corner unless they get stuck in a corner. They can't sit in a corner and stand there. That is against the rules. So the Aloe backs away and lets the Rex come out the corner, and they continue the fight. Both biting each other's faces. Aloe seems to be low on stamina, but it gets behind the Rex again. Rex walking into the stand, biting the spectators by accident. What was it? The big dinosaurs. The Rex gets stuck in the corner and the Aloe goes in from behind again. Trying to conserve stamina, but again stuck inside the thing, probably biting the spectators. 4 spectators. Rex getting some bites in on the Aloe. The Rex taking a beating, so is the Aloe. And now we're stuck in a corner. We're stuck in a corner again. Going at each other's faces. Rex getting some free bites in whilst the Aloe tries to get behind it, but struggles. The Aloe manages to get away a little bit and trying to preserve some stamina. Now we're ringing around the circle. And the Aloe gets behind the Rex again. The Aloe has a lot more maneuverability than the Rex does. It's a lot easier for it to get behind before the Rex being able to do anything about it because it's a massive turning circle. But the Rex manages to turn around and backs the Aloe into a corner and starts biting into the corner. The Aloe gets pushed out of the arena, so the Rex backs off to let the Aloe back in, and now they're going to start going at it again. And they're going in a circle again. But the areas at the sides of the Rex is still by, and the spectators are getting bitten again. 4 spectators. They're getting a beating. The Rex getting some couple of bites whilst the Aloe stands still. And the Rex runs away to try and get some distance to be able to turn around to face the Aloe again. They actually jump off so the Rex waits so not to hit the rider, because killing the rider is not fun. Because the dinos should be on passive. So the rider gets back on, they go back at each other again. Running around circles, the Aloe trying to get behind the Rex and the Rex trying not to let it. And it's getting behind the Aloe, getting some bites in. Taking down its HP. The Aloe is still taking. The Rex is nearly at half HP. The Aloe is very strong indeed. And very underrated in my opinion. Aloe stops sticking through. And the Rex gets in and bites it from behind. The Aloe can still kind of bite the Rex every so often from behind. It's a weird, it's Ark. Got some free bites in the Rex. Very low on stamina. Starts walking and trying to regain some stamina rather than sprinting. I get some bites in again because both dinos are very low on stamina at the minute. And they go at each other again. Both getting some incredibly strong bites in. Both backing off. Both needing some stamina. Both waiting, getting some stamina back. There each other. And the Rex goes back in again. Gets a clean bite on it, but the Aloe gets away with its speed and stamina regen. And now they're doing ring around the rosy again. The Aloe is still trying to get behind the Rex, and does successfully. Taking the Rex down to half health. Both dinos are getting very bloody at this point. The Rex manages to turn around and start biting each other's faces again. This one's getting close. Both biting each other's front again. The Rex is not letting the Aloe try and stop the Aloe from getting behind it. They're getting some strong bites in. The Aloe having to back off again. Get some stamina back to try and get behind the Rex. With a bit of burst of energy. And gets in and traps it in. Taking down its health. The Aloe's still trying to bite and run at the same time. Unfortunately, biting loses the stamina so they can't regain it, which is what the Rex wants. Try to stop it from getting behind to a vulnerable position. They are now going at it for the final bit. Both weak. Both no stamina. It's just a face-off battle now. Aloe slowly backing off. As the Rex bites, and down goes the Aloe. The Aloe put up a great fight, like I say. The Aloe is very underrated, and a pack of them will shred the Rex. If there was a pack of them and the Aloe had the bleed, they would have shred. That battle was a great start to the event. By all players, spectators, saying GG's. Next round, we're on with Thyla v Thyla. And the sound plays up a little bit in the video, so I do apologise. Next up to fight is Crazy Dog Lady and Izuri. One otter, one... I can't remember, I'm not going to lie, I can't remember everyone's clan. I just know otters and wolf sides were allied. So both Thylas go at it, Thylas with bleed. In this, bleed is very strong because of how much the damage over time, that's the word, it does. Very speedy, very mobile, Thylas are. Both getting little bites in, causing the bleed effect, as you can see, spewing out everywhere. Spinning in circles, both getting bites in. Pink socks versus blue face. I think it's blue, it could be purple. I can't tell. Both Thylas going at it, taking loads of damage each. Bleed happening. Both bleeding. And now they're going at it. Face to face. Just chomping each other down. I will eventually remember a spyglass, you'll be able to see a bit easier. Because I forgot mine, and I'm smart. You can just see them going at each other now. They're trying to run around. They're both going at each other's throats. Biting and bleeding away. Both must be getting weak for sure. This is me checking to see if I got a spyglass. And down goes one of the Thylas. Izuri moves on to round 2. Next up, we have Bronto versus Spino. Una versus Pro. Bronto's a unique pick here, in my opinion. Not many Brontos you'll see people using Brontos. Normally it's the Rexes and the Spinos and the Thyla. But we've got a unique pick, which points to Una for using the Bronto. I remember my spyglass now, so you're welcome. You can pull this a bit better, not like you need it for this. So the Spino is very strong on its two legs and slapping with its claws. The Bronto's knockback, if anything else, would do decent, but the Spino don't take much knockback, especially in the position it's on the stairs. The Bronto is useful for knocking stuff back and doing decent damage, and is very tanky. Spino, decent tankiness, but very strong. damage wise. The Spino just stands there slapping at the Bronto. The Bronto's not very maneuverable, so can't really avoid the Spino's attacks. Just has to stand there and hope he can tank it while slapping, trying to knock it back. Spino, like I say, he doesn't have the water buff, but he's still very strong. Just standing there slapping, clawing and everything away at the Bronto, whittling itself down. As you see, the Bronto starting to take a lot of damage now, getting bloody. Blood patches building up as it's taking more and more damage, and health's getting lower and lower. Una on the Bronto putting up a great fight. But I don't think it's any match for the Spino, the way this is looking. Spino getting weaker. No, not the Spino. The Bronto's getting weaker and weaker. Spino doesn't look very bloody at all. And immediately down goes the Bronto. Points for uniqueness. Well done, Una. Next up, we have Axeman and Kabu. Rex versus Snow Leopard, another unique thing. Monster, Kabu's pal, main mount, and companion. Going up against the Rex. Obviously, I have a routine for Kabu besides they're a wolf, and I'm a wolf. So let's see how this goes. The countdown starts, and they're off. Rex charges straight in. Again, like I said, the Rex is not very maneuverable compared to the Snow Leopard, which is very maneuverable, fast, and can jump. The plan I can tell here is stamina drain, like it was with when I was on the Rex. The fast, maneuverable Snow Leopard with plenty of speed, stamina, and agility, trying to whittle down the Rex's stamina to be able to get behind it and bite from behind, similar to the Ella strategy. Dodging, weaving, turning circles easy. Still not taking any damage either side yet. And the monster goes in, and the Rex going at it for a little bit. Taking health off of each other. The Snow Leopard is, like I said, very fast, maneuverable, decent strength as well. If you see my story series, you know that my main mount is a Snow Leopard. The Snow Leopard backs off again to regain a little bit of health. You can regain a little bit of health by just passive healing whilst running around. Not much, but still a little bit. Ooh, the Rex gets a clean bite in there. A monster goes back in and starts biting at his toes again, trying to get behind it. Sorry for the awkward camera angles, as best I can get. And the monster gets behind, the Snow Leopard gets behind, biting at his toes. The Rex is unable to bite the Snow Leopard from behind. Just chomping away at his feet. The Rex backing off slowly, and the Snow Leopard somehow getting through the other side when the Rex is backing off. Oh, they've gone to the other side of the arena now, so the sound is gone. You can still see, I was talking in chat as well, because we're all having a bit of fun here. Still for fun games. Snow Leopard again, backing off. Server lag. Great. And the Snow Leopard is sliding across the floor. And still managing to keep behind the Rex and stay out of its reach. Just the speed on these leopards is great. Rex trying its best to bite it, but his turning circle does not help here. It gets a little bite in there. The leopard's still out in it now. And now going in from behind again to try and bite it. Get some damage in. Hard to tell the blood on these dinos. Rex you can only tell before the Snow Leopard. You can't really tell how weak the Snow Leopard's getting because of the... We're all having to back off here because the Rex is about to bite through the floor. We don't want to die, the spectators. Get the spyglass out now, so you see the Snow Leopard is biting and the Rex has managed to get damage in. Running again. Dodging, weaving, jumping. Speedy cat. There's a little face off again, and brightness. Have a little standoff here with Raw. Trying to get a bit brighter because it was way too bright for my screen. It doesn't look as bright in the recording, but for me it was very bright. So I do apologise again. I'm trying to find a good brightness so you can see what's happening. Now we're going in again. The snow leopard is behind the Rex. The Rex trying to avoid getting a bit from behind, but the snow leopard managed to stay behind this time. Bitten at his ankles. Rex must be taking a bit of damage here. Running around in circles, biting its toes. The Rex trying to outmaneuver it, but it's too big. I can't maneuver too well. So, thing to point in with the snow leopard. You can only get primitive saddles. Whereas the Rex, because it's a model, like I said, the snow leopard's a mini dino, you can only get primitive saddles. Compared to the Rex and Spinos and all that, you can get better than that from drops. So that is a thing to take note. But monsters getting behind. The leopard's biting its toes from behind. Nibbling at the Rex, taking damage. As I said, if you can't see much, I do apologise. For me, it was a lot brighter when I was recording. I was trying to get it, because I was looking at recording and seeing it does look a bit darker than my screen. Obviously, I didn't want to get blind. I don't know why it was so bright. No, it normally is. Oh, I think they're out of stamina now. They're actually getting loads of bites in on the monster, but the monster is also returning the biting blows as well. Gets a bit of stamina back inside, so run away again. Rex must be low on stamina or preserving stamina. Just walking towards the snow leopard. Now both on opposite sides of the ring again. The Rex charging him at full speed. Now they're going biting at each other again. The snow leopard trying to get from behind. Nibbling at his ankles. And the Rex can't do much about it because of the stamina issue. Slowly taking away the Rex's health. You can start seeing blood on the snow leopard, but you can also see a little bit on the Rex. Another close fight, it seems. I made it black, so he's blinding me again, but you can see the blood on the Rex. You can also see the blood on the leopard. Gonna be a close one, I think. And down goes monster, the snow leopard. Wolf Clan has lost a valuable member in Dino. Ark Clan moves on to the next round. Another GG's all round. Monster did a lot of damage to the Rex, so the Rex going in weak to the next round. Let's move on to the next round and see what happens next. Next up, we have Alpha Saxon versus Violet Dragon Tech Rex versus, I can't remember just yet, we'll see when I turn the camera so I can see the other dino. Great content again. Got Raven versus Boar, that's the one. Oh, there's a Spino. It's a Rex versus a Spino, both staring at each other. No one's moving. No one's moving an inch. It's just face off. The crowd urging them on to fight. Both roaring at each other. And now they go in. The battle has commenced. Finally. For these, neither of them are too maneuverable. Spider-Man are more maneuverable than the Rex. And they're going at it head to head. There's no more either of them running. They're not going to get too far, they're too big. This is going to be a brute strength battle. Spino versus Rex. Might come down to the saddle and what stats and levels they're put into each other. Spino, more of a damaging than a health, stats wise, and Rex more balanced all around, stamina, more health and damage balanced compared to the Spino. That wasn't really good English, but I think you get what I mean. That the Spino has more damage than health, base stats wise, compared to the Rex that has more even They spread out stats. Still, brute force going at each other. No one is letting up their attacks, backing off, being scared or anything. Me just checking how much health my Rex has left. So if they lost 15k health, that Aloe did a number on me. You see in the background, they're still going at each other's throats, smacking, biting, clawing. You can see blood on the Spino. The Tech Rex, you can't really see blood because it's just a robot. Spino, you can tell he's weak, trying to run away. Gets away. The Rex hot on its tail. I say the Spino has a bit more maneuverability than the Rex and is a bit faster than the Rex. The Rex is still hot on its tail, trying to get some bites in. Trying to get a bit of help at the Spino. We're not going to heal too much in the arena. And now they go outside to give up running and go back into fighting again. Doesn't look good for the Spino. Fighting, still going at it, still not letting up. Still giving it all it's got, and down goes the Spino, and we get a roar of victory from the Rex. Next up in the arena, we have Pops and Psycho. As you can see, great content as ever. They've already started and I'm looking at the wall. We've got another Rex versus a Thyla. This is an interesting matchup. The Rex, like I say, has balanced stats, but the Thyla is speedy, good damage, and a bleed. Interesting to see how this plays out. Thyla, big jump and speed, that outmaneuvers the Rex a lot easily. The Rex can have more health, depending how leveled, and probably more damage than the Thyla. But the Thyla, like I say, has maneuverability and the bleed. The bleed does more damage than any Rex bite. Damage over time, it does a percentage. I'm not going to go into all the stats and stuff here. The bleed does a lot, in other words. So the Thyla outmaneuvering the Rex, running around, trying not to let the Rex bite it. Getting his bleed, trying to keep his bleed on it as long as possible without taking much damage itself. The same strats again for the Rex, get behind its legs where it can't hit you. And the back in now head to head. The Thyla's going in head on against the Rex. The Rex can do more damage like this compared to when he's behind it. Thyla trying to get away, getting a few bites in when it's trying to run. Running in circles again. And now they're going in head to head again. The Thyla keeping that bleed on the Rex, and the Rex just doing as much damage as it possibly can to try and stay alive. And down goes the Rex to the bleed. Thyla moves on to the next round. They believe that's the end of round 1. So I'm going to move back on to round 2. Here is the line-up for round 2. Welcome everyone to round 2. Me versus Mozart. Rex, weakened Rex versus full health Sloth because of how the numbers worked out. The Aloe did a number on the Rex. And battle commences. I'm charging straight in. The Sloth is a boss killer, so is the Rex. So we shall see how they do. The Rex is stronger than the Sloth. The Sloth is full health, like I say. All depends on how has it been leveled, so how well it'll do. We've only taken off a decent amount of damage to the Rex. Oh god, English fail. It won't be a wolf if you're not butchering English. The Sloth is only taking a decent amount of health off the Rex. That's why I'm slowly backing off, trying to do damage and trying not to get hit. But the range on the Sloth attack is big, so I can't really back off without not being able to hit myself. So I decided to just go in and bite. There's no avoiding the attacks. I've not been able to maneuver around it. But it's going to go full out. Try and bite without it hitting me. It's going to be a head-on strong fight. If I got through this round, there would no way I'm going to get through the next round, so we'll see if I can make it through this round and say I've beaten 2 rounds. So tanky mega as you see in chat. I cannot see a thing. Great camera work again. Got backed into a corner. I need to get out, let me out of the corner a little bit. Rex is on very little health, as you can see in the top right. Very little, trying to do as much damage as I can. Just in case I can just about squeeze it out, but no. Down goes the Rex. Sloth wins, and I'm out. Next up, we have Dino versus Andor. Massive tanky turtle versus speedy Thyla with bleed. This turtle has 0 maneuverability. It's not going to be able to do much at all if the Thyla gets behind it. As you can see, the Thyla's already behind it. The turtle cannot hit it at all. The turtle is a massive tank. You didn't know you can get loads of health on these. I have one of my own in the Wolf Clan. That's made to tank. But they won't use it for this event. But again, A for uniqueness. Like the Bronto. Thyla just nibbling at his ankles. I don't know if the turtle's hitting. I can't really tell if the Thyla's hitting. No, not the Thyla. The turtle's hitting the Thyla. But if it is, you can see the Thyla will do a decent amount of damage, but the turtle is tanky, depending on how much level it is. And what stats it has, which we don't know the stats obviously before starting. The turtle's very trying to turn, but the Thyla's too fast for it. It's trying its best to turn around, and I'm getting its bites. But the Thyla's just too fast and getting behind it. Biting it from behind and underneath and all around, where the turtle can't hit the Thyla. If you see a blind character, his Axeman getting recorded for his video spectating. Obviously, I don't have the powers to fly, so we're going to watch from the sidelines. Anyway, you can see the turtle's getting bloody already. Thyla's still nomming away at it, where the turtle can't hit the Thyla. The turtle's just accepted its fate, and down gracefully goes the turtle. There's the victor right there. Dino from the Raven Clan. You say A for uniqueness for the turtle. Next up, we have Damage versus Azuri, a wolf versus an otter, ally v ally. Snow leopard from the wolves again versus Thyla from the otters. Otters seem to like the Thylas and the Spinos in this event. Thyla with a blade. They both have a similar maneuverability. Just the snow leopard's lacking the bleed. I think they're similar strength-wise, other than the bleed. Maybe the bite of the snow leopard is stronger than the Thyla's. We'll see how this works out. Both speedy, as you can see, running in circles, biting each other. Neither of them slower than the other. About the same speed by the looks of it. Now they're going in, biting each other. Tearing each other to shreds. The nice green snow leopard. As much as they can, Thyla keeping the bleed on the snow leopard, trying to take damage over time. Thyla running away whilst the bleed is slowly taking away the snow leopard's health. But the snow leopard managing to dodge the attacks for now whilst getting some bites in there of its own. Oh, the Thyla gets a bite on the snow leopard, taking the bleed damage again. Still the snow leopard keeping the attack up. Now they're both head to head, fighting each other. Both taking damage. It's a fight to the death now. And down goes the snow leopard. Next up, we have another otter versus otter. Pro versus Maki. Pink Spino versus brown black Spino. We'll see how this goes, where they're fighting each other. Are the fighters ready? Waiting for the signal before we can start. Neither of them answering. Neither of them answering, both just sitting there. Still wondering what's going on. We got one ready from Mackie. Still waiting on Pro. Yes, we got both ready. Countdown begins. And purple Spino charges. The other Spino gets on its feet. They both slowly walk into you. And the purple Spino goes in for attacks whilst the brown black one stands there and takes a beating. Just standing there taking the hits as the purple one's going to town on the health. And they don't want to get banned. So for context on what it means there by not getting banned, is Axe said that if Pro beats Mackie, he's going to get banned as a joke. So of course, we take that literally. And we're going to make a joke even bigger about it and just stand there and not win. Both from the same clan. He's taking it with the crowd booing, complaining that he's just standing there. Brett will die to fight another day. Spectators still complaining as the purple Spino just goes to town on the other Spino, taking down its health bit by bit, little by little, stroke by stroke and slash and whatever else it's doing. Odin would be ashamed. Still booing. Everyone's complaining. Mac is destroying the Spino. The other Spino can't even know what to do. He's just taking it. Every hit is just destroying it. The other Spino has no clue what to do. Absolutely destroying it. Just going and fighting and taking all the hits and not taking a hit of their own. It's insane. Mackie's strength. Oh, and the other Spino's Tyler taking hits. But Mackie's finally slipped and they're taking hits now. I don't think the other Spino will last too long. You can see the blood all over the brown, black, whatever Spino. I'm sorry, I can't tell from here. I think it's brown. It's multicoloured, it's brown and black. Just absolutely shredding. They're both going at it now. But I can't see the other one lasting this long. I think this is the purple Spino victory. And down goes that Spino and the purple Spino wins. GD's around, laughing, complaining. What an interesting fight. Very, very interesting indeed. Just people booing, people laughing. After that interesting round, we're already off. Ark Clan versus Acalia. Raven versus Otter, Rex versus Styler. And you've already seen a Styler and Rex matchup before. So you know that the Styler has the speed and the bleed to get around behind the Rex and not take much damage itself. Rex is just taking the... People still complaining about the last fight, as you can see. We're trying to get it to show us we can watch X-Men's fight with Acalia. People can't let it go, can they? Let everyone enjoy the event. Ooh, jump from the Thyla, misses the bite. But takes a nice bite on it there, and the Rex cannot keep up with the Thyla. The Thyla is just too speedy and can just get into spaces that the Rex can't bite. Just doing damage to it there. Backing up goes away in the corner again. Rex getting a few bites on the Thyla, but nothing too much for it to worry about. Thyla's slowly whittling away at itself. And down goes the Rex. Liverpool still complaining in chat about the previous event. Well done, Acalia, for putting and Axe for putting up with it. Next round we have People whistling. We have Terra versus Governor. Rex versus Thyler again. Rex backing off into a corner already. And Thyler going in for the bleeds again. Yes, again, ring around the rosy. Thyler making it bleedy. Rex not being able to hit. Rex running away, trying to get into position. Rex can hit the Thyler and the other guy hit. But the Thyler is just too speedy for it. There can run rings around the Rex before the 5 rings around the Rex before the Rex can do a 1 spin. The Rex roars for some reason. The Thyler is behind it, nibbling at it, keeping the bleed on it. And the Rex can't do much against it. The Thylers are just one of the best things to bring to this event, compared to the bigger dinos. The Rex backing off into a corner, which you're not meant to do. So the Thyler just runs away. You can't do damage to me if I'm over here. They're both staring at each other now. But the Rex is outside the ring. People telling it to get back in. So the Rex eventually obliges. Walks back in a little bit. And then I go back in and gets the bleed on it. Gets behind the Rex again in that corner somehow. And just keeps up the damage and the bleed. The Rex trying his best to hit it, but he can't just not hit it. He's trying his best, poor Rex. But if I got put against that, I don't know what I would have done. Probably done the same thing, trying to stay in the corner but not out the arena. And again, rings around the rosy. Tyler's going to bitey. This is why I felt like running around in circles. Tyler keeping the bleed on the Rex more constantly. The Rex finally gets some bites in on the Thyler. The Thyler escaping. Oh, down goes the Rex. Another Thyler victory. Next up we have another Rex. And the cow. And the cow. Another unique thing to the event. A Tech Rex versus the cow. To be honest, I'm not too sure the strength of the cow. I know it's very speedy, and it doesn't have a little bleed of its own. I never actually used one. Oh, see, they wouldn't use one. I've just seen them in the wild. I know they have a little song when you go near a load of them. That's nice. So another thing that can outmaneuver Rex easily. If you can get behind, I don't know how strong damaging wise it is. I know its bleed does a decent amount. It's like a kind of broken bones thing. It's not bleed, it's like a broken bone thing. So one's teleporting either out or to the event. Because we see we're in Asgard on Fjordor. The cow getting behind the Rex like all the other little dinos. Just taking little damage by little damage. And running whilst it can. The funny thing is, as you'll see mentioned in the chat at a later point, the cow looks like it's running on ice, even though there's no ice in sight. We're not in the right zone here. Once the cow gets up to speed, you just see dust leaving the dust where it runs. The cow takes a little bit to get started off, but once it gets going, it's speedy. Rex still taking a bit of bites on it whilst it can. Oh, this is the Rex victory. Rex is just a lot more stronger, I think, than the cow. But like I said, the cow was an interesting choice. The cow is the cow favourite of this one, I think, apart from the people in the Tech Rex's clan. Really, I think it's the crowd favourite because of how unique it is. No one expected a cow to come to the arena. But you can see it proving how good it is. Even if it doesn't win, it's proven that it's a good team. And if you had a group of people on them, everyone rings around Rexes. Rex trying to get into a position to bite the cow, but the cow is just too speedy. Getting its little broken bone thing on and then running away. Then going back in for some bites and damage. more damage on the Rex. The Rex still struggling to bite the cow. Still managed to get some bites in. And away they go. I can't remember if I said, but it's Swift versus Violet Dragon for this one. Around and around in circles they go. Cow doing damage to the Rex, but it can't bite. Oh, the Rex is getting his bites in now. Nice little head-to-head fight. Rex getting some bites, strong bites in there on the cow. And there's the ice comment. The cow looks like it's on ice. Rex just missing that bite there on the cow. Both seem to be on decent health though. Can't see much blood from either of them. It's a bit hard to tell on the Tech Rex, but the cow does look like it's doing good. No, it's a stare off. Both competitors staring at each other, getting some stamina back. And back in it goes, getting the damage on it again, the bleed, broken bones, whichever it is. And running away to try and avoid damage. And there we go, ring around the rosy again. And down goes the Rex. Oh no, it didn't go down. It looked like it had gone down there. Oh, there it goes. It did go down. It did fall down. The Rex is dead. The cow has won. Wow. What a shock to the event. The cow took down the Rex, the apex predator. Next up, have the turn of a Thyla and the turtle. Noah versus Psycho. Psycho on the Thyla destroyed the turtle last time. No, it didn't. Did it destroy the turtle last time? No, it didn't. Did it? I can't remember now. Well, anyway, Noah Thyla versus turtle either way. And there's not much you can see because the turtle takes up half the arena, so you can't really see what is going on with the Thyla. You just know it's over behind or underneath biting. Oh, there you see the Thyla run away off screen. I obviously didn't notice this because I'm still looking at the turtle thinking something's happening. And there you go. Blood is back on the turtle. Oh, and you can see the Thyla is on top of the turtle. The Thyla has jumped on top of the turtle. The turtle can actually do nothing about that at all. The disadvantage of the turtle is it can't do anything when it's on the back of it. There's no water for it to go underwater with and knock it off. The Thyla's on top when it jumps down. And it jumps back up again and back to biting. I think this is a guaranteed Thyla victory. There's absolutely nothing the turtle can do. The Thyla is just too jumpy and speedy and manoeuvrable compared to the turtle. The only thing he could really do, I think he's too tall, is get it stuck on the railings where the spectators are. But yeah, the turtle I think is too tall for that. So, looks like it's going to be a Thyla victory. Yeah, that turtle's getting bloody. Thyla does jump off though. Let the turtle move a bit. And the Thyla goes back in and bites its ankles. And down goes the turtle. 2 turtles, 2 losses. Like I say, A for uniqueness. Next up, we have Genie versus Mozart. We are on to round 3. You can probably see the scoreboard on screen. Covering the bit of the battle, but yeah, it's fine. Sloth versus Styler. Realistically, you'd think that the Styler should win. But unforeseen events happen. The rider gets killed somehow. And Thyla's still attacking. So it's still, the battle's still on because the Thyla's attacking. As you can see, there's a dead body there. The fluff is still going. The fluff is very bloody. Can't really see the Thyla's health. Depends how weak it is from the last round. And down goes the Thyla. The sloth wins. Oh, and down goes the sloth as well. Both of them are down. Both are down. It's a draw. Neither win. I'll move on to the next round. What a twist. Next battle of round 3 is Azura versus Maki. Purple Spino, which the colours haven't loaded in for some reason, versus a Thyla. Another Otter versus Otter clan round. Yes, it is Maki, even though it's got Pro's name in it. It doesn't matter. Anyway, battle. Eventually I'm gonna walk around here just to get the colours to load in, because I want to see the purple Spino. And there it is, purple Spino. Both going at each other, the Spino smacking the Thyla. The Spino is actually more manoeuvrable than the Rex, it can turn around on its 2 feet easier. And still get hits in, so the Thyla can't really get behind the Spino to do damage, like it can to the Rex. The Spino can still hit it from behind, even if the Thyla gets behind it. Server lag again. And the Thyla is smacking. The Thyla does get behind the Spino, but the Spino, like I said, can hit the Thyla from behind when the Thyla's behind it, so doesn't really affect the Spino too much. Now they're just going head to head now. Brute strength versus brute strength with bleed. Oh, never mind, the Thyla's going behind again. Like I said, I'm not really getting behind the Spino, so yeah. Another teleport, someone else is coming to watch the battles. Both still going at each other. Both very strong. It's going to be a close one, this. Both are very, very strong indeed. Spino's a very strong style. Oh, and down goes the Spino. Rest in peace, purple Spino. Tyler. And Azura is moving on to the next round. Next up, in round 3, is another Otter versus Otter. Acalia versus Terra. Tyler versus Viola again. People making jokes that it's Otter versus Otter, so saying they think the Otter's going to win or the Thyla's going to win. Like I said, we're one big family, running around dinosaurs having a joke. And having fun together. Well, that's also brutally murdering each of the dinos. We don't talk about that, it's all for fun. Bleed versus bleed, speed versus speed. Running around circles and not being able to hit each other. We should just start doing around the rosy to this. We're just both running around. We do get some bites in though. One Tyler's taking some damage from the bleed. And back to running around the rosy again. I'm gonna catch you. No, you're not. I'm gonna catch you. I can imagine them saying. They're both too fast, I can't even keep up with the spyglass. Nah, that's another biting. On purples. Everyone calls it purple socks. Not a Thyla. Well, not that specific Thyla, but it's just, I think it's the brother or sister of the one of Azuria's one when we first saw Azuria, so everyone was like calling it purple socks or pink socks, I can't remember which one now. It's round one, that's what it's being called, so this is pink or purple, I think it's purple socks. His brother or sister, I don't know which one they said it was. Well, getting the bleed on each other. Right there. And battering around the rosy, running in circles. Oh, another bite on to get the bleed. That's these two playing around the rosy. We're going to have more videos on Clan Wars coming up. I was just preparing my own event, so I didn't want to spoil any of the event by accident in the videos, so that's why I stopped until this event. The next video will be might actually be my event, and then we'll be back on to preparing dinos for raids and wars and stuff. I did have some raid footage, but I kind of lost it. I don't know what happened. So yeah, a lot has changed, so I'll explain in the next video. Not next video, the one after, when I'm back at the Wolves town after the event, to show you what's happened. Another battle, and the Thyla goes down. Thyla wins. Next up, the last fight of round 3. Swift versus Psycho. Cow versus another Thyla. It's going to be harder for the Cow this time because, like I said, the Thyla is a lot more manoeuvrable. The Cow is manoeuvrable when it gets up to speed, but once he's not up to speed, the Thyla is faster. They both have a little bleed / broken bone damage though. I think they can both get it onto each other. As I said, I don't know much about the Cow, so I can't say if it's the same strength, stronger or weaker than the Thyla. So we're going to have to watch and find out. Both will be weakened from previous battles. You say the rules were you're not allowed to heal in between events, so they won't have healed anything since the last one. It's another chase. Catch me if you can. One. The cow is super speedy though once it gets to speed. Oh, he got caught on the pillar and slowed it right down. The Thyla gets a couple of bites in. And now they're both fighting each other. The cow gets stuck on the Thyla's bites. Both bleeding, taking damage. And now they're going at each other. The cow's taking a lot of damage. He's got super bloody all of a sudden, and down goes the cow. Thyla wins. Rest in peace, cow. You fought well. A lot better than I think a lot of people expected from you. Well done. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the semi-finals. Azura gets a pass because of the draw of the last round with Mozart and Genie. So Azura gets to be passed, and now we're on to Terra versus Psycho. Straight back into the fight, Psycho is. And the pig gets in the way. For some reason. It's Thyla versus Thyla. Both going at each other. Obviously, to explain, Azura Thyla will not be healing whilst these are battling. So even though she gets a 3 round, she won't be taking as much damage as them. But that's how the games roll. If they both die, you can't fight someone that's dead. Both fighters running on each other, both keeping bleed on each other. Both bleeding and gushing everywhere. And now we're going around the pole again. I think Thyla's definitely the best thing for this event. There's only Thylas left in the event at the minute. 3 Thylas. But will it be an Otter versus Otter final? Or will Psycho take it and make it... I can't remember their clan, I apologise. Make it them versus... Otter, we'll see. The bleed is on the Otter's Thyla. It keeps bleeding. Oh, and down goes the green Thyla. It is now time for the finals. Azura versus Terra. I do apologise. Otter versus Otter. Thyla versus Thyla. Brother versus sister. Let's see who wins and takes this W. Again, it's another Thyla versus Thyla fight. They're all going to be running around in circles, biting each other, doing bleed. Ringing around the pole, which seems to be the favourite of this event. Running around in circles around the pole. Both keeping bleed on each other. Both bleeding very much. Both equal in strength. Both strong. Both taking a lot of damage. This is going to be a close final, I believe. Both bloody, as you can see. Both a lot of blood on them. Both equal in match, though. Both bleeding constantly. And down goes the Thyla. Go down's Terra. And the victory goes to Azura. Barely. I think they said it had 2k health left after the event. It was a very, very close one indeed. And as a reward, Azura got a gas bag, a cyan and black gas bag, as well as a cyan and black gas bag chibi. That was the reward for the winning event. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more events from more Clan Wars episodes. Thank you again. and bye bye.